Hi trackies, welcome back to another video on TXT Track Time. Trackies, it has been another exciting weekend of track and we're here to discuss what went on over the weekend. Now, trackies, before we jump into that, don't forget to like the video. Get us to 500 likes, trackies. Come on, help up the channel. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed yet to become a trackie. And also, trackies, we're asked if we go over our little sister-in-law page and, give her a subscribe over there. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Also, trackies, please watch a video and also comment on it and say TXT Track Time sent you. Now, with that said, again, interesting track going on. Tom, what do you have for us?
I want us to look at the 100 meters for men. We got to see the season opener finally. The guys were doing a couple 60 meters earlier this season, and now finally we're seeing the longer version of the race. And we already know our trackies don't really like the 60 meters, they don't really have an opinion relating to who is doing better. So now we can get to really analyze the 60 meter, the 100-meter race, and who our top contenders for the males are. So this weekend we had Oblique Seville running 10:13. We had Andrew Hudson in negative 2.0. By the way, that was the wind reading. And then we had Andrew Hudson running 10:12. And we also had who else ran? Somebody ran 10:27. Julian Ford,
Julian
right?
Ford,
So we had
right?
Julian Ford running 10:27. So T and I think it is full time now that the outdoor season has started to actually call our top eight for the men, so that you heard it here first. Who is going to make it to the finals? And Tia, we're calling places today. What type of
No,
places?
no, no, definitely not calling places. Just
Okay,
saying,
top
what our
eight.
top eight. Well, funny. I'm actually shocked that you have eight because usually, in the past we actually, had the rule where we stayed at seven and we always left the one spot open. So I'm actually quite surprised that you
No,
actually have
I don't
eight.
care.
But
Top eight, right? Top eight. But before we talk about that, I wanted to look at Oblique Seville's race. Well, yes, well, two good things. 1:10:13. That's a decent season opener, right? And plus, this was in negative wind 2.0. So, he was really running. But for me, it was crossing the finish line head straight and the dip when he was miles ahead of everybody else. I think he has been listening to you, like he heard you, or like he sat down and he listened to your anger when you unleashed all of that. That's like finish the race, Oblique. Finish the race. Well, Oblique finished the race this weekend, and I think that's why he ran so fast. Because remember, he was running in negative wind. It's his first race for the season, and for him to pull out 10:13, easy cheesy peasy, he finished the race. So
I'm
kudos to
tearing up like I
Oblique for
teared up
that.
over the weekend watching him. It was crazy. No, I have to give credit where credit is due. I came down on him so hard in the last video, in his last run, which was his first run of the season, actually. And Chakis don't understand how passionate I am about the sport again and wanting the best for Jamaican. So when he did that, it threw me for a loop. Chakis, I was like, no, that's
Mhm.
not acceptable. Come on, you know you can do better, so do better kind of thing. And he actually came out and did it. And yes, I agree with Tom. I think he's watching. I think he's watching because he came out and he ran his a full race. And I'm like, yes. See them boy, me know so you can do it. I was over the moon. Listen, I was so excited. I'm so happy. I don't know. Like I was just, when you say you're at home and you're doing some crazy dancing, that's literally what I was doing. But anyway, let's jump into the actual run itself. So as you said, 10.13 in a negative 2.0 meters
Mhm.
per second wind. Crazy. So when I did the calculation, right, that is, let me just pull it up real quick. That is 10:01, so 10.01 in dead wind, or in the maximum wind, it is 9.93.
For a season
So
opener.
if 10:01 is dead wind, so let's just say happenstance, he got maybe a positive, 0.8 or something, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, that was a sub 10 run for his first race of the season. Listen, when you say Gladbach boss, I was crying. Like literally, I teared up watching him over the weekend. I said, I'm like, yes, you're ready. You're ready. Well, I thought he was ready from last year, to be honest. But I'm just saying, come on. This season. You're definitely going to get a medal. I don't care what anybody wants to say. He's getting a medal. So I'm so excited about it. But yeah, I have to give him his props. He did what he knew he was supposed to do, and that was
Right,
finish his race.
right, right.
So back
So
to the rest of.
the matter at hand, which of course is selecting a top eight for the men. In no particular order though, but the top four as I see it now, I mean things can change, but it's definitely going to be Johan Blake, Akeem Blake, oblique Seville, and that fourth place could be any number one of this any one of the seniors that show up on the day. Last year we saw Andrew Hudson do well, so he's still on my radar. Julian Fort is all so the fourth place for the seniors, right? The older men, it can be a toss up between three or four athletes. So the ones that I definitely see in the three would be Akeem, Johan, and Oblique. And then for the fourth spot, as it relates to the senior men, it's going to be somewhere between Julian, uh, Andrew Hudson. I'm not sure where the dust may settle, but any other one of the senior men can be right there. Now,
So
relating to
hold
the
on. Well,
yes.
you're literally limiting the men to four spots just because you want to stuff some juniors in.
No, no, no. These juniors, I believe, will make the finals, at least the finals. No, I'm not sure if they will place or make it on the trip to the World Championships, but the juniors that I think are ready now to make the finals, uh, improvement. I'm going to start with him. That being said, Brian Lavelle, he has been in the top eight more than once or at least once before.
Once, once.
Great talent. I see him there again if he turns up on the day. Brian Lavelle is in it for me. Now, Sanjay Davison finished this season last year remarkably. I'm taking that to the bank. So I see him at least making the top eight if he turns up. We'll talk about natural talent. We have referenced Usain Bolt when we describe him. It can't, I can't see how, if he's fit and ready for the day, he can't make the top eight, right? And then when I was watching the race, the Julian Fort's race over the weekend, I saw Sachin Dennis closing strongly, but he actually looks good. What little I saw of the race, it looks like he needs some cleaning up, but he looked good and he looks like he wants to fight. He was fighting. So that's where I am
So
now.
funny.
Now
It's
this
so
list,
funny that
I'm
when
tearing
I
down
was
my list.
talking
This
about
list can be
Elaine.
revised later
No, no,
in the
no, no, no. We're
season.
gonna remember this because I remember you clearly telling me that I'm living in the clouds when it comes to Elaine and trying to find every excuse under the sun. So it's quite interesting to hear the names that you've thrown out. I'm sticking to our old rules that we've set up a long time ago before we started this channel to only select seven and leave one spot open, right? So my and in no particular order, I have Oblique Seville, I have Johan Blake, I have Akeem Blake for obvious reasons, right? They were our top three last season. They have come into this 2023 season also looking like they haven't lost a touch and actually looking stronger,
Looking
especially
better.
Oblique and Akeem definitely look stronger than last season. So for sure, those are my top three picks right now. Then there's another athlete that is really standing out to me right now. He's Kadrian Colson. He looks like he's going to step up and possibly make it into that finals as well. So that's four that we have there. Then I have Andrew Hudson. So Andrew Hudson, he ran a personal best. That was 10.12 over the weekend. And again, this is his first run of the season. So a lot of firsts we saw over the weekend. So for me, he's a definite in as it relates to this final. Okay, so I'm looking at Davante Burnett as well. I haven't seen him this season yet, but he was one of our top guys, last year. And if he steps out this season, and I know he's recovering from an injury. I don't know the progress on that. If he steps out 100%, then he's part of my top eight. And as I said, I'm only giving seven. So I'm gonna go with Buwaji. So that's my seven. So my seven is Andrew Hudson, Oblique, Kadrian, Akeem, Johan, Davante, and if he's running, Davante and Buwaji and Kumi.
So, Trackers, tell us what you think in the comments section below. Who did we leave off this top eight? Who and is my list more feasible and plausible than T's list? let let us know your thoughts. I'm Tam.
Oh my gosh, I don't think nobody's gonna agree with that. And I'm T.
We'll catch you in another one.